Every babysitter's been told the same urban legend at least once. Check on the kids, lock the doors, and if you get a strange call, don't answer it. Most people think it's just a story, a campfire tale. But in a small suburban town, in the winter of 2016, a 911 dispatcher took a call that she still won't talk about on the record. This is that story, reconstructed from the case file. Title card: The Babysitter's Last Night. Part 1. The Job. Rachel was 17, saving up for college, and this was her 4th time babysitting for the Hendersons. 2 kids, ages 6 and 9, already asleep upstairs by 9 p.m., easy money. The house was big, the kind with a finished basement, a long driveway, and a landline phone that nobody really used anymore, except for emergencies. Around 10:30, that landline rang. She almost didn't answer it, but it kept ringing, insistent, so she picked up. A man's voice, low and flat, asked a single question. "Have you checked on the children?" She said yes, of course she had. He hung up without another word. The second call. She tried to shake it off. Weird prank call. Probably one of her friends messing with her. 20 minutes later, the phone rang again. Same voice, same question, word for word. "Have you checked on the children?" This time, something in his tone made the hair on her arms stand up. It wasn't playful. It wasn't a prank voice. It was calm in a way that felt rehearsed, like he already knew the answer. She hung up first this time. Then she did what he asked. She walked upstairs, checked both bedrooms. Both kids were fast asleep. Fine. Safe. She came back down, told herself it was nothing, and turned on the TV to drown out the silence. The third call. At 11:47 p.m., the phone rang a third time. She almost didn't answer, but some instinct told her she needed to know what he'd say next. "Have you checked on the children?" "Yes," she said, voice shaking now. "They're fine. Who is this?" A long pause, then quietly, almost gently. "Check the closet in the boys' room, then call the police. I'll wait." The line didn't disconnect. She could hear him breathing on the other end. The call for help. She didn't check the closet. She grabbed her cell phone with shaking hands and dialed 911. The landline still connected. The man still silently breathing on the other line. The dispatcher asked her to stay calm, stay on the line, and get outside if she could do so safely. Rachel looked at the stairs. She thought about the kids sleeping up there. She couldn't just leave them. The dispatcher's voice suddenly changed, sharp, urgent. "Ma'am, we've traced the call. It's coming from inside the house. Get out. Now." What they found. Rachel ran upstairs, grabbed both children, half asleep, confused, and got them out the front door just as police cars turned onto the street, lights flashing silent in the winter fog. Officers searched the house room by room. In the boys' bedroom closet, the one the caller told her to check, they found signs someone had been standing there. Recently. For a long time, judging by the impressions in the carpet, but no one was in the house. The upstairs extension of the landline, the one the calls had been coming from, was unplugged. Had been unplugged for weeks, according to the family, ever since a storm had damaged the wiring. It shouldn't have been able to ring at all. The file: Rachel never babysat again. The Hendersons moved out of that house within 2 months. The case was never officially solved. No suspect was ever identified. The phone company had no record of any outgoing or incoming calls that night on that line. Officially, it never happened. But the dispatcher who took that 911 call still keeps a printed copy of the transcript in her desk drawer. She says it reminds her why she tells every new dispatcher the same thing. The first week on the job, If someone calls asking whether you've checked on the children, check anyway, then get out. This story is one of the most widely reported urban legends in America, the babysitter and the man upstairs. But the details of this particular case, the transcript, the unplugged extension, were never released publicly until a retired officer spoke about it years later. If you're home alone tonight, maybe don't answer calls from numbers you don't recognize. Subscribe for more true and legend-based horror every week. And if you've ever gotten a call like this, tell me in the comments. I read every single one.